Derek Jones Jr. You're tuning in to bFb.
This is Dwight Powell. You're tuned in to bFb. This is Grant Williams, and you're tuned in to bFb.
This is Derek Lively. You're tuning in to bFb.
Max, and you tune in to bFb.
What's up, guys? It's Josh Green. Tune into bFb.
What's up? This is Seth Curry. You're tuning in to bFb.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic duo.
Boy, what a difference the day makes.
Yeah.
A lot of things, a lot of interesting things going on around here.
Well, but things you may want to tell our viewers about what's going on.
Yeah, we got coaches getting fired at 30 and 18, and some coaches I guess a lot of coaches got put on notice, and we got players out tonight. It's gonna be
First person shooter mode. First person shooter mode.
I don't even know what that means.
Which one?
I really don't.
Yeah, man. It's that Drake song. That new Drake song, man. You know what it is. First person shooter mode. Pew, 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 pew.
Can't say that I do. Can't say that I do.
What's up, guys? Man, we was like here like Monday, wasn't we? We was here Monday, right?
Yeah,
man. It's, the Mavs took an L that night. I think we was here last Wednesday. They took an L that night. So yeah, Mavs taking a lot of L's. No wonder a certain coach around here got his eyebrows raised. And, hey, his neck may be his neck may be next on the chopping list. But we might not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get in that in just here in a little bit.
Yeah, man. But hey, just like the sign said, Doc Rivers fooled another team.
No, come on, man. Come on, man. Leave Doc out of this, man.
Come on, man. Hey, the Milwaukee Bucks season just ended soon as Doc Rivers.
Just leave Doc out of this, man.
But that's enough about that team is not gonna make the finals. We're talking about two teams that trying to get in position to make the finals. One is making a run. The other team's making a run basically out of the play-in situation. We got Mavs Suns tonight. Mavs 25-18. They're 8th in the West. So that loss last night dropped them from 5th to 8th. That's how tight it is between the 4th place team and the 8th place team. The Suns are 24-19 and they're 6th in the West. Phoenix is favored by 1.5. Referees for tonight are David Guthrie, Sean Corbett, and Brent Nasel.
We gotta watch these referees now. These referees are coming under fire too.
Wow, man! But that's a losing organization. You start blaming the refs. That's when you know it's over. But anyway, speaking of over, well, we got some breaking news.
Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't know we did. You didn't let me know about it.
Well, listen. Well, it was so shocking. It has to be breaking news.
Okay, well,
right
hold on. Here we go. Take it away, Kendrick.
Yeah. Folks, guess what tonight is?
Shout out to Kendrick for the Tim Scott sign.
Yeah, he did set black people back 200 years after last night. But anyway, speaking of setback, tonight, Mr. Iron Man himself, Mr. Guy who COVID couldn't defeat, the plague, RVCP, flu, anything. Dwight Powell out with apparent scratched eye.
Wow. Man, nothing else can take this man down but a scratched eye situation.
A scratched eye, or basically a scratched eye. Wow. Dwight Powell out tonight with a scratched eye. Shocking.
Sounds pretty serious.
Hey man, this guy done took shots to the face, and who knows? The man basically took his own self out, trying to basically plug his own eyebrows in, scratching his eye. Wow. Okay. Speaking of other guys out, Kyrie out with a thumb. Tried to give it a early go. Doing a shoot around or doing his little run through, but apparently the thumb was bothering him too much. So he's out tonight. Luka,
damn it,
is in with a back. Steph Curry is in.
Oh, guys, get ready for a Luka Doncic show tonight.
But we got some good news, guys. We got real good news. Dante Exum is in.
Yeah!
The plantar sprain healed up. He will be coming off the bench, I know, but Dante Exum is back active for the Mavs. For the Phoenix Suns, thank goodness this has come down. We get a chance not to see this man on the court, the most dangerous man in the NBA, not because of his game, but because of his looks. Bobo out with a foot. Thank God. So women and children, you don't have to. Women and men and women, you don't have to hide your children. Say, good God, what is that? Also out, Aaron Gordon, he's out with a wrist, and Damon Lee, he's out with a knee. Pre-game summary. Another Wednesday primetime game.
Oh God!
Like last week.
Are we about to prove tonight that we're just another balanced Southwest team?
Yeah, another Wednesday primetime game. Last week the Lake Show. This week, the now on fire Phoenix Suns. Hopefully it doesn't.
And hold on, sir. Not just that. This is Rivals Week.
Yeah, rivalries week. Yeah, Luka versus Book. Hopefully it doesn't turn out like last Wednesday, but I doubt it. The Mavs haven't won a game since before that last Wednesday showing basically we call ass whipping to the Lakers, and also Monday's ass whooping to the C's. The Mavs are in desperate need of a win. But hey, hold on. There is an issue. We got the guy who says he should be the face of the GOAT conversation candidate, KD, and also Book, Luka's child. And the Suns look to get their lick back after a lackluster showing on Christmas Day, which Luka put up 50 on them. Ever since then, they've been 11-3, and the Mavs since then have been 6-7. And to further expand that, how the Mavs have sucked, they're one game under 500 since that 8-2 start early in the season. Not so good, but can the Mavs get it back on track? I doubt it, but we'll find out. Well, what you say about tonight?
Well, I mean, we did beat them up on Christmas. I mean, but they didn't have all three. They didn't have Bradley Beal and Devin Booker. Now they got all three tonight.
That was in 2023.
Yeah, that was in 2023. Now it's 2024.
Yeah,
and we don't look good in 2024. So I'm a little bit concerned now that I know Kyrie is not playing and Luka isn't. I mean, listen, guys, I see he's out there on the court. He's doing his little trick shots and things like that or whatever. I sent I sent you guys a clip of from Gavin Dawson yesterday about him talking about Luka. I wonder, can I pull it up? Do I have let's see. I want you guys to hear what the General Gavin Dawson had to say about one Luka Doncic, if we can still get it.
That's why I wrote what I wrote. Dak and Luka, the Spider-Man thing.
I didn't get the gist of that, but okay.
Yeah. Well, trust me, people out there do. They do.
Let's see. Can I bring it up here? I just want you guys to hear. Before we go to Coach Kidd.
Okay.
What Gavin Dawson said real quick. And it's kind of spot on to what I've been saying. You guys call me a Luka hater for it.
What we would say, those opinions are by Gavin Dawson alone. You know, I wouldn't say they're spot on.
You say what?
Those opinions are by Gavin Dawson.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Here, check this out.
Okay.
About something else as well. Like, and when I went to the game a couple of weeks back, Luka didn't play, Kyrie did. And since then, like, you know, Luka's come back the last couple of games. I just think it needs to be more Kyrie's team. I think that when Luka came back, it sucks the energy out of everybody to watch one dude try to put up a 30-point triple-double. He doesn't play team ball. And I think it jumps out on the television when Luka's off the floor and Kyrie is helping everybody else be the best version of themselves. That's what a point guard does, you know? And over time, the metrics have shown us, and the dominance has shown us, hey, let your best player hold the ball a lot more than you did in the 80s and 90s. But one thing that is lost, and I think the best players do more of it, is keep your teammates involved.
Yeah.
On top of that, because he has the ball so much and he's so unfocused, he's yelling at the refs, he's yelling at the patrons, he's arguing with the other team. He's not focused on winning. He's setting the tone as your best player, and he's holding the ball all the time. I don't know how you negotiate this if you're Jason Kidd. I think probably the best thing is to try to get Luka to grow up quickly, you know, but he's still like acting like a loser on the court.
Last night you could tell. I mean, mentally he got lost. He got distracted and taken out of the game by being frustrated with the calls. Again, and that happens far too often.
Yes, it's way too much. And I know for a fact he's taking himself more seriously than ever because of the fitness that he's put himself into, the physical fitness, okay?
The jawline stands out.
Yeah. You've addressed your body. Now it's time to address your mind. Or, you know, you can't say we're going to make this more Kyrie's team. You know, maybe you can't risk losing Luka. Right now you have a good situation where Luka is the young hothead and Kyrie is the superstar veteran who's like Yoda, just kind of nodding knowingly like, it's all good, dude. You do your thing and I'll support you like I support all of my other teammates. But that's a leader and that's a point guard. Luka is a ball hog and a selfish, bad attitude ball hog at that. Brian, there I said it. What do you think?
No, last night, though, he looked like a guy that didn't have his legs playing. With a shot.
Okay, so that was Gavin Dawson speaking on kind of what I've been kind of saying about Luka a little bit. And my thing with Luka is that when his shot is not on, I feel like he needs to find other ways to affect the game. That's all I've ever said about Luka. When his shot's not falling, when something's not going on, when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, you know, move around. Go at least go be in the paint. Go do something. And that helps the team. But like say, since he's been back, like he's taking bash, like that Lakers game, man. My God, that was like the worst Luka I've ever seen. Yeah. And then the other night when he played, it's just like he yeah, he got it going a little bit, but it was like you said, everybody was just standing around waiting for him to score a 30-point triple-double. And then after that, he's arguing with the referees. And Coach Kidd said it in the post game the other night. The team got frustrated with the fouls, and that kind of took him out the game. But like Woolchuck said, you could see it on his face that the foul calls were getting to him. But it's time. Hold on, let's see. Guys, that's on Jason Kidd. He never made a new system. It's the reason they gave up on KP. Listen. You know what? After yesterday, what happened to Adrian Griffin? This isn't just about basketball. This is in any sport anywhere. You see it in college football. You see it in NFL. These coaches can't tell these players what to do anymore. I'm sorry. These coaches have no control. These coaches can't coach these players anymore. They can't tell them. They can't sit them down when they get mad at them. They can't bench them. They can't do anything anymore. Prime example, this guy had this guy had that team at 30-13, and they fired him because Giannis didn't like him or didn't want him, whatever the case may be. It's just as simple. Tom Brady went to the freaking Tampa Bay Buccaneers and say, if you want me to continue to play on your team, Bruce Arians can't be my coach. What did they do, Kendrick? They took Bruce Arians out off the team and gave him Todd Bowles. Nick Saban just quit. The freaking college football because he can't control things anymore. He can't get the players he wants. He can't do anything. Like coaches now are only mattering in the playoffs. That's
what happens. I think one of my good friends, Mr. I don't want to name drop, but one of my good friends, my basketball Yoda, Mike Basket, said that's when players make 3 or 4 times more than coaches, that's what's going to happen.
Right? How's a $10 million man going to tell a $30,000, $50 or $60,000 man what to do?
No, that's not going to happen. I mean,
right? LeBron did it with David Blatt. Hell, he got Frank Vogel fired. Now he's about to get Darvin Ham fired.
Well, Darvin Ham just said LeBron in a recent interview just basically said LeBron basically calls our plays out of timeouts. He basically admitted to it. I don't know if you didn't read that.
Like they just said Giannis was over there doing the exact same thing.
So, but
these players. Hold on, but Greg Popovich, Hall of Fame coach, right? Had DeJounte Murray, has had all these players, right? And they leave and they're unhappy. When they get unhappy, they basically say, "I don't want to stick around no more."
Right.
These coaches can't even coach anymore.
It ain't changing.
Right. So Coach Kidd is supposed to go to Luka and say, "Man, you shoot another 3, I'm gonna sit you down." Well, guess what? The organization's gonna say, "Why is my $60 million player sitting down?"
Right. But I don't know who that is.
That was Sean.
He's right. The system didn't change because the system was broken when Luka first got here. They basically say, "Here, Luka, here's the ball."
Okay, Luka. You know what? Luka's another prime example. Luka said, "I didn't want Rick Carlisle here." What the organization do? They found a way to get rid of Rick Carlisle.
It was a lot of people didn't want Rick Carlisle here as far as the team. He had the loudest vote.
These players run the league.
He had to, but that's just the way it is. I mean, it's in all sports now. When you got the guy that has the listen. We just had a baseball player basically signed for what is almost $1 billion contract in baseball. No manager is going to sit up there and tell him, "Hey, you need to do this." He'll be up out of it because their investment is in the player, not the coach. We're saying, how you think you're seeing, like, I'm just going to say ex-players just come in the league and get coaching jobs now. Guys, you wouldn't dream that, is that guy really qualified to be a coach?
Right. Darvin Ham, Adrian Griffin are a prime example.
Just get coaching jobs because the lust for a elite head coach is over. Most of these guys, they don't believe they need coaching anyway. They believe they're already set, coming out of high school or coming out of college. They're already set with AAU basketball and stuff like that. So the basketball wisdom of coaches of football, hockey, whatever name the sport, that doesn't matter anymore because every league is run by the players.
Soccer now, anyway.
Listen, every league is I'm gonna tell you, but every league is run by this how leagues go now. Players, agents. It's not even coaches, agents, and then owners, and then coaches. That's how
right.
this thing runs.
And also throw in there Vegas.
Gambling.
Oh, gambling.
Yeah. Okay, I got
gambling.
You. I got you.
Gambling.
I got you. So coaches are like a distant five down there.
So
they don't really
system, because why are they still running the same dumb low IQ basketball? It doesn't matter whose system it is. If Luka Doncic doesn't want to run something, we just seen it again with Giannis. The coach would call a play, and Luka's like, Giannis like, I ain't doing that. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do. Right. LeBron, Darvin Ham, I'm calling this play. I'm doing what I want to do.
Right.
We had Dennis Smith Jr. here, and Rick Carlisle told him around playing. He like, I don't want to do that. What they say? Oh no, we're gonna get rid of Dennis Smith Jr. You got to go.
But the fact that he got rid. But that's because Dennis Smith was lower on the totem pole.
Right.
If Dennis Smith was a superstar, then
right. Rick Carlisle would tell Luka to run plays. Luka like, man, I'm not doing that.
So
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Sit me down?
But like I said, it's in every sport, guys. It's players, agents, gambling.
That's why Deion Sanders don't want to coach professional football, pro football, because he knows he can't talk to NFL players the way he talks to college students. He can't handle them the same way he handles.
Well, and now, unfortunately, because of the AI rules, or what you call it, in football and college sports, in the next 3 to 4 years, because these kids, these big time college players, they're getting paid now. I mean, I just told you.
Deion Sanders gonna start feeling it. He gonna start feeling the effect too.
You ain't gonna be doing in college.
You're not gonna be in college class when I came in there. He was late, and I sat him. That's not gonna. No players gonna be like, man, he said me. I'm leaving Colorado.
Yeah, because that now with the transfer the portals, they can go somewhere. And it used to be when you transfer schools, you had to sit out a year. That's not the case. You can transfer in season. It's like you can play for a team. It's like you can play for, like, say, Colorado for the first 3 games. Say, I want to transfer, and then the week 5, you can transfer to another team. Then by week 5, you're playing on the other team.
It's almost like a trade. It's almost like a trade, pretty much.
It's basically free agency and stuff like that. So it's happening. It's not just in pro sports. It's starting to happen in college sports.
It's happening all over. It's happening all over. These coaches don't. Yesterday was a prime example that coaches don't have any power anymore. And I'm surprised that the coaching committee of the NBA hadn't stepped in and be like, what the F did you guys just do? Why did you just fire a coach? He was 30-13. They were the number 2 team, and we fired him because a star player said we didn't want him as an organization. You got rid of a coach because he said he didn't want him? What the F are you doing?
Giannis,
what?
Man.
Do you not understand the precedence that you just set around here? Because guess what? The next star player says, man, Giannis just went over there and got what's the name fired. Guess what I'm finna do? I'm finna go over there and I'm finna go let him know I don't want him here.
Pretty sure that's probably gonna happen.
You just set a bad precedence
I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen sooner than later.
I know it. I know it is. I know it is.
All right.
Let's go to Coach Kidd real quick.
Let's get to Coach Kidd.
Yeah, he definitely ain't safe now. Even though Mark Cuban did tell me, he said it would have to go terribly wrong for Jason Kidd to get fired.
Oh yeah, like Mark Cuban ever told you straight up.
Yeah, like Mark Cuban, like his opinion matters anymore. He's got his little 29% of the team. 29%. He got his little chump change. He's got his little chump change now. But let's hear from Coach Kidd.
Let's go. Medical. Kai's questionable. He's going to warm up and see if he can go. Available. Exum is available. Curry's available, and Dwight's out. And then Doc Rivers is out.
Starting lineup and then got hurt. But do you guys have a particular plan on getting him back into the mix?
Yeah, he's gonna play tonight. He'll come off the bench, and we'll see how he feels. He's had a couple practices. He looks good, and we'll see how he does.
Jason, what's your assessment of how Phoenix looks differently now compared to when you saw them 1 month ago and one out there on Christmas night?
Yeah, I think health. Nurkic and Beal didn't play, and so looking at this, they're healthy. They have the ability to play 5 shooters at times. They're never out of the game. They've won 6 in a row, and they have a great coach in Frank Vogel, and so they're different than when we saw them at Christmas.
Is that the kind of hope you have for your own bunch, is finding that health and maybe getting on a run with that?
Yeah, I think getting healthy is key. That always helps. But the group that has played, with guys out, have done an incredible job to find a way to win. And so again, rhythm, health, all chemistry. As you get healthy, things start to change. Guys, minutes change, rotations change, so you have to adapt to that. And so that's something that we'll go through as we get healthy here.
You envision, I guess, has defined you guys as rivals with the Suns. Do you feel that there's a rivalry there?
That's what the NBA says. Yes.
Well, I mean, do you feel there's a little more juice when you guys play than maybe other regular season games?
I think that's up to the players, right? I think they have stars, we have stars. Both teams want to win. So this is a great game to watch. You got Beal, Book, Durant, and so Luka and Kai. I mean, when you talk about offense, you know, Book scores 50 in New Orleans. Durant comes off a 40 piece here, so they got guys who can put the ball in the basket. So it puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and we feel the same way. We feel like our offense, our 2 guys, can put a lot of pressure on the defense and creates a lot of open shots.
You were sticking with Exum in the starting lineup when Kyrie got back, and obviously he gets hurt. Is that still the plan once he gets his legs under him?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Josh is playing well, so but we'll talk as a staff of what's the best thing to do to be able to maximize analytically. The numbers will say Exum in over Josh, and so we got to look at that, digest that, and see how that looks. But right now, Josh is in the start lineup here, and we'll roll with that. But at some point, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Can you talk about how Lively has improved throughout the beginning of the season?
Yeah, I think when you talk about a 19-year-old, it just he keeps things simple. He's coachable. He's actually funny. Um, you love to talk to him. You love to be around him. He has this energy about him. He loves to be coached. He wants to be good. He wants to always do the right thing. And so it's, just to see his growth here past the halfway point. Again, at the beginning, a lot of us didn't know he was capable of this. And so it's been, we miss him when he's out, but he's been great, but he still has a lot to learn, and he's up for that challenge.
Jason, Lively being as mature and impressive in a lot of ways as he is, what type of moments are there with him where he does remind you he's still 19?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know. I think he's also. I think life sometimes throws us curveballs that we have to grow up a little bit faster than we want to, and he's gone through that off the court. And so I got to say, I haven't seen a 19-year-old moment, from him yet. I think we still have a little time before he turns 20, but his maturity is way past 19 on and off the floor.
Jason, you know Frank well. Obviously, you guys have history together. When you watch Phoenix, is there anything that you see them doing that is identifiable with his philosophical approach to the game specifically?
Yeah, well, he's always been about defense. They got a bunch of defenders over there, um, and so I think he's made the adjustment to understand that offense is going to be his defense, and so he understands that he has to get certain guys the ball, and he's done a really good job with that. I think again, chemistry is something that we all want on day one, and he's had to go through it a little bit. They've started slow, injuries. Not making shots, but now you can see that they're turning the corner and they're playing at a high level.
Off topic, but I noticed Jordan Lee, one of your kid select players, made McDonald All-Americans.
Yeah.
Did you guys produce any of those at your first?
Our program's only been for 3 years, and Jordan Lee is our first McDonald's All-American, and she's happened to go into. She's excited to be going to UT, University of Texas. So it's been great, the ladies program here in the last 3 years to give every young lady a scholarship who plays on the 17U Select is. We're very proudful of that, but also we're just trying to bring light to women's sports, and so that's been a lot of fun too.
Appreciate
it. Yeah, thank you.
I didn't get a chance to ask you this back when it happened, but I'm just wondering what you think of California's move to the geographically correct ACC for them, and can they stay on the court or the field with SM teams like SMU?
That's a great question. I don't know who's in the ACC because I should say it's changing, but I'm happy for Cal. I don't know if they can hang with SMU. I think is Duke still in the ACC? Yes. Okay, so as of now, so I mean, there's a lot of great teams in the ACC, so I have to learn that landscape. But again, I'm happy for the Bay Area sports to be able to participate in the ACC.
Jason, as a coach, how much pressure is it to win? You're going back to Adrian Griffin. I mean, he's tied for the second best record in the league, and it feel like that was enough.
What's the pressure? It's like no other. But there's only 30 coaches, and so just to understand the pressure that everyone's under to win is great, and it takes a toll. But there's also other factors. The relationship with coach and player sometimes overshadows the record, and so as a head coach, it's not easy. Someone's got to fall on the sword, and Adrian Griffin had to do that for whatever reason. But when you look at the record, that's hard in our coaching profession to see a coach that has a record like that that's being fired, because it just alerts everyone that they're all capable of being fired if you have the best record or not. Thanks.
See, case in point right there. Case in point right there. That is a prime example of what I just said. Go before this thing started. That's not fair to coaches, man. I'm sorry. That's not fair to coaches at all. That coaches can't even do their jobs anymore. I'm sorry, that was a bitch move by Giannis. I lost all respect for him. I mean, you can lose all respect for him. That you're entitled to feel how you want to feel, but at the same time, I thought they have a committee that's supposed to step in on stuff like that. But that's not. I disagree with that. I don't think you should be. The NBA should step in on that. I'm sorry, they need to big time. Well, because if they don't, that's all it takes now is a player to go to the organization, say I don't want him here, and the organization just well, you don't want him here, okay. Hey, you make all the money, you make all the decisions. We'll do whatever you want.
Right.
That's not fair.
Well, yeah, man. That, like I said, you right on that. That was total BS. The man was 30-13. I mean, it wasn't a lack of winning. I mean, just because
they try to justify it. Talking about they were getting outscored, and the defense was. They were still the second best team in the.
This is the griff of it, right? Okay,
right.
So if I'm not rooting for him to fail, But you know, if Doc Rivers goes if their team, if Doc Rivers get there and they go out in the first round, which could possibly happen because they went out early last season. If they go out in the first round, so you know he's getting fired, right?
He just got fired from Philly.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Got him fired.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You know he's getting fired. If they go out in the first round this season, whoever they play, they turn around, they get shockingly upset in the first. He's going to get fired. So like I said, it's a joke. But what can you do? Like I said, players, agents, owners, Vegas gambling, and then coaches.
Yeah, that's Bush League. Like Jason Kidd said, I mean, the player coach relationship is more important than the what's the name. So okay, not even this. They're 30 and whatever. Let's say Doc Rivers get there and they just start losing. Their record gets so much worse. Their records get worse. What does that tell you then?
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. You may not like this, but I'm gonna tell you something. That I remember a certain situation. If that does play, I remember a certain situation like that happening in Brooklyn with KD, Kyrie, and James Harden. Well, listen, they basically got Steve Nash in there because Kyrie basically said we don't need a coach. He's just out here just to hold us, just to run practice, hold the clipboard. He's basically we coach ourselves. And then, shockingly enough, Steve Nash agreed to the contract. He agreed to it. All of a sudden, you heard all this stuff going around, and we laughed and joked about it. But hey, he got fired. And it wasn't a lack of people saying he didn't do his job or nothing like that. It was just that KD and Kyrie grew sour on because he held them accountable. Okay,
right.
Okay, then they get I don't know who the guy they got in now, and then all of a sudden they say, well, we like this guy. Then all of a sudden, a month later, and I guess in offseason, KD say he wants to trade. Well,
no, that was last year. Remember, that was last year when I was in Phoenix.
Yeah, they say
it's the Super Bowl,
and that was Kate, but that was obviously KD say they want to trade. But before the season, they say, oh, we like this guy. Now, suddenly, obviously, KD say he want to trade, and then Kyrie say because it's money, they want to trade. But not everybody wants to leave. James Harden left first, and that's how it goes. I mean, the coaches have
They traded Kyrie. They traded Kyrie when I got on the plane to go to Dallas. When I got on the plane, and then while we were in the middle of a Maverick game post game show, they traded Kevin Durant while I was in Arizona or Phoenix.
I remember Stephen A. Smith saying this. He said that's what he hates about sports now. You got the guy you wanted out. You could say that he was the reason, and then now you got him out, and then all of a sudden, a month later, all of y'all want to trade out of there. It's like
they kept trying to say something like that Adrian Griffin was going to Doc Rivers was some type of consultant, basically trying to say, well, it wasn't really Adrian Griffin, it was Doc Rivers calling all the shots. So okay.
First of all, Doc Rivers ain't won nothing since 2009 or something like that. What was that? When they won at Boston. So he's been he's been fired, and you know what? I'm not trying to cast disparity on Doc Rivers, but Doc, bro, that stuff I understand. Bro, I know you want to coach, but sometimes you got to say no. Bro, that stuff that literally just happened to you. James Harden and Joe Embiid, mostly James Harden, they quit on you in Game 7. You can see it. They literally quit on you and basically said they got you fired, and then James Harden wanted to trade out of there. And literally, you do the same thing to another guy. I'm not saying maybe you wanted to coach, but I'm just saying that was kind of. I would have said no if I was Doc Rivers. I would have said no, bro. I'm not finna take that.
No, because he wanted to coach. He wanted to get back into coaching.
It
took him 0.5 seconds to make the decision.
But I understand. Doc Rivers went on all the talk shows and said how it was a bad look, and so he went on all the talk shows and complained the same thing. But then he does the same thing. He takes advantage of the same situation that got done wrong with A. Griff. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
I thought it was a bad look on Doc Rivers. I thought it was a bad look.
It's a bad look. It's just
a bad look. But I'm saying it's a bad look. I just thought, Doc, bro, you're part of a coaching fraternity. You really, I mean, bro, you just complain about this stuff happening and you do the same thing. I mean, but anyway, it's the business. Like I said, players, agents, owners, gambling, and then coaches, all in that order.
The point is that literally doesn't the point is that it literally doesn't matter what's fair anymore. Your superstar on any given team is the head honcho, which completely undermines the chain of command on the team. I'm starting to wonder if Wembanyama went into the Spurs and was like, "I'm out of here if you don't get rid of Greg Popovich," would they choose Wemby over Greg Popovich? Nah, probably in this situation, they'll probably still say, "Well, we're
that may be the only organization that may say no." They say no.
Right. They probably be like, "Yeah, nah, we gonna."
But that's the only organization. But it's like football.
Well, I'll tell you this though, the all the people in San Antonio are mad about that 70-point game the other night, and they're like, it's time for Greg Popovich to go. Now, my thing is that you see what the what's the name did to the Patriots did to Bill Belichick. That's what you basically. That's what you need.
Oh, we got a fight going.
Uh-oh.
Grant Williams and KD.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he kind of stood over him.
But hey, Walt.
Yeah, he kind of stood over him a little bit.
But I'm gonna make this one last thing. What we always say about quarterbacks who are drafted in the NFL. What they always say, they are now the COOs of CEOs of the.
What is Grant Williams' problem? Is it because he lost that weight? He thinks he's a tough guy now?
I don't know what Grant Williams' problem is.
Yeah,
but
he did kind of stand over him a little bit.
But they say when you're a drafted number, you're the CEO of the face of the team, and that's like, they even as a rookie, they giving these quarterbacks, power of number one draft picks power. And when you're a CEO, you basically run the organization, not the coach, not the general manager, not even the owner. You run the organization. So it's just the way it is.
They put their finger in each other's face. Oh, Nurkic came and pushed. Nurkic came and pushed Grant Williams. I like this grittiness out of Grant Williams. It gives him a certain role because we know he can't knock down shots. So
we know he can't. He might well thug it up. He can't do nothing much else.
I like it. I like this out of Grant Williams.
I ain't seen Grant Williams. I ain't seen Grant Williams this angle since they told him they was out of
and they still talking to each other.
I ain't seen Grant Williams this fussy since they told him it was out of Eminem blizzards.
Stop it!
So what y'all mean y'all out of Eminem blizzards? What y'all go get some? We'll go get some then. I'll pay for some to bring in that you put in there, man. You better get them business, man. I ain't playing with you. You know what
they telling them the ice cream machine is broken at McDonald's still? Well, hell, Grant, it's been broke for decades now.
All right, man.
All right, man. We're gonna go to we'll see y'all at halftime. I guess we'll go over news or something in the post game tonight.
Yeah, we'll do news and post game.
Yeah, we'll do news and post game. But yeah, so you guys enjoy the game right now. Let's go. We'll be back at halftime. Grant Williams, the new goon on the team.
Yeah.